Hello and welcome to the Album Man, and today I'm going to do another concert review, and this is of Slash, who I saw playing at the O2 Apollo in Manchester on the 8th of October 2012, so about a month ago, and just for some reason I haven't got time to do this review before, but you know, I'm going to do it now. So, let's see how Slash, is live. It certainly was one of my most anticipated, if not most anticipated, concert of 2012. I'm a massive Slash fan. I'm sure you all know Guns N' Roses are my favourite band, hands down. So to see Slash play a lot of those classic songs sounds on paper to be a fantastic thing, but what about in reality? So, he played 7 Guns N' Roses songs, 2 Velvet Revolver ones, Slash's Snake Pit one, 6 from the new album, Apocalyptic Love, 4 from the old album, Slash, and 1 cover. Sorry, not 1 cover. A blues jam / guitar solo thing. Okay, so, he opened with Halo, and this was one of my favourite songs from the Apocalyptic Love. It's a good way to start. Maybe better ways to start, possibly better songs, but no, it's a really good way to start, to be honest. I didn't have a problem, to be honest with it at all. And then when track 2 came in, which is Night Train, as soon as I heard that riff, I was just so happy. The sound for this concert was just absolutely fantastic. There were no technical difficulties, no sound problems, no mixing problems or anything. Everything was very clear. You could hear Myles Kennedy's voice perfectly clearly. You could hear the drums clearly. Slash's guitar, of course, very clearly. The production was some of the best production I have heard at a concert, possibly ever. It really was just so well done, and that really did add to it quite a lot. And yeah, when I heard the riff of Night Train, and I was just so happy. One of my absolute favourite songs from Appetite for Destruction. My joint favourite album of all time, along with Pink Floyd's The Wall. And yeah, to me it was just Myles Kennedy. He managed to hit the notes perfectly and really does good covers of all these Guns N' Roses songs, to be honest. Does them really well. Then Ghost came in, which is a cover, well, not cover, it's from the Slash album, and Ian Astbury, I think it's Ian Astbury, the guy from The Cult anyway, he was the person who sung on it originally. And yeah, Myles Kennedy does a good job. I would say I prefer the Cult guy's version a bit more, but no, still really good, to be honest. Fantastic even. Then Standing in the Sun, another one from Apocalyptic Love. Yeah, great song. And then Back from Calais from the first Slash album, another really good song. And then got to Mr. Brownstone. This was done so well by Myles. He really, I think, nailed this song particularly. And everything about it was just, how I wanted it to sound. Obviously it wasn't quite Guns N' Roses, shocker, I would have preferred Axl's voice and Izzy's rhythm and Duff's bass and Adler's drums, but, obviously that's not going to happen. But, this is, as far as I'm concerned, this is the closest you can get to Guns N' Roses. Not the band that calls itself Guns N' Roses with Axl and his bunch of posers. I think this band sounds a lot more like Guns N' Roses than, well, Guns N' Roses. I'm afraid to say. Guns N' Roses has fallen from grace, while Slash is doing pretty well for himself, to be honest. And then I was really pleased, the 7th song they played, Just Like Anything. This was a song from Slash's Snake Pit, and on earlier sets I'd seen, I'm pretty sure I didn't see they played any stuff from Slash's Snake Pit, and that disappointed me, but I've always liked Slash's Snake Pit. 9 O'Clock Somewhere, I think it's a good bluesy influenced album, definitely different to the Guns N' Roses and Velvet Revolver stuff, but no, I've always liked it and really enjoyed the song. It was done well. Rocket Queen, absolute classic. Maybe should have been a bit further down towards the end, I don't know, but, since when has order mattered that much? Well, I suppose it has sometimes, like when I went to see The Killers and it opened with Human. Not a good idea. But, anyway, this is Slash. But, yeah, this includes an elongated guitar solo from Slash. It was just, it was mind-blowingly good, Rocket Queen. Always been another of my favourites from Appetite, and with the extended guitar solo, so good. And then we had No More Heroes and Bad Rain, some other stuff from Apocalyptic Love, performed to the standard you'd expect, And then what I found interesting was Myles went away for a bit. For, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 songs. He went away and was replaced on vocals by, I think it's the bassist, Todd Cairns, pretty sure it's the bassist. And Todd Cairns decided to sing. Now, when I first heard this, when I first saw him, I was thinking, what the hell? I mean, Myles has such a great voice. Why are you getting the bassist to sing? I mean, come on, Slash, you can't be that desperate. But then he opened his mouth, this guy, and oh my god, I mean, he bloody nailed it. Especially, he sung We're All Gonna Die, You're Crazy, Out to Get Me, and Dr. Alibi. Especially You're Crazy and Out to Get Me. Oh my god, he nailed them. He managed to capture that sort of war, emotion and passion that Guns N' Roses had, and it was just absolutely spectacular. I think it was possibly the best, well, one of the best bits of the concert, definitely. And the biggest surprise, because when I saw this on Setlist FM, I was like, oh god. But no, hearing it, he bloody nails it. Do not be sceptical of the fact Todd Cairns sings a couple of songs. I mean, he just captures it amazingly. I really was quite shocked, to be honest. It was so good. He had just a passion about him that even Myles couldn't capture. And Dr. Alibi wasn't as good as You're Crazy and You're Crazy and Out to Get Me. You can't cover Lemmy, can you? No, I don't think so. But again, still really good. One of my favourite songs from the Slash album. And then there's a lovely blues jam / guitar solo. What you'd expect. A big guitar solo, bluesy influenced, it's Slash. No need to even, talk about it much. Then we had Anastasia in Your Life from Apocalyptic Love. Really, really good part. Especially good, to be honest. Anastasia, my favourite song from Apocalyptic Love. And yeah, live it certainly wasn't disappointing. It was just as good, to be honest. Or better even. And then we got to Sweet Child of Mine. And yeah, that was probably my favourite moment of the concert. Something I'll never forget. I mean, Slash playing especially the second solo to that song, one of the greatest solos of all time in my opinion. And a solo I love dearly. It was, breathtaking. It was, just how I want it to be. Spot on to the T. And then, for this last song before the encore, Sliver. No, I'm not a big Velvet Revolver fan. So yeah, Sliver's a decent song. But, wasn't my favourite. And then on the encore, Four to Pieces, another Velvet Revolver song. Not really the best song to have before the encore. Personally, I think Rocket Queen should have been there. But, Rocket Queen was earlier on, so I'm not complaining. And then Paradise City to finish with. And, yeah, what song to finish with. There was confetti streaming down from the skies. Slash ward out the solo. It was, I would say maybe that and Sweet Child of Mine joint best moments. I mean, that was, seeing, both of those were some of the best moments I've ever seen at a concert. I've seen quite a few different bands. I think nearly 30 bands live now. Some of the best moments I've seen were in this concert ever. Not quite, Roger Waters' The Wall, that's a completely different level to any concert that's ever been, except for the original tour of it. But this, overall, it was just a phenomenal concert. If you're a fan of Slash at all, just go and see him. You will not regret it. If you're a fan of Guns N' Roses, do not go and see the band that call themselves Guns N' Roses. A lot of the songs they play are from Chinese bloody democracy, and if you want to hear my opinion on that album, check out my review of it. But beware, I absolutely hate the guts out of that album. And if you want to hear proper Guns N' Roses songs played, then go watch Slash and Myles Kennedy. They're on massive form at the moment. And even Todd Cairns singing is bloody good. I'm not going to give ratings, I've decided for the moment, to concerts. not particularly good at giving ratings to concerts. I tend to give them all too higher marks, because, you know, I enjoy seeing live bands a lot. I can't look at them as quite as objectively as I do with an album. So, all I'd say is, recommend seeing Slash. Just bloody go and see him if you're a fan of any of his stuff. Except for if you're a massive Slash Snake Pit fan, then yeah, you'll be a bit disappointed there only one song's played. But, yeah, just bloody go and see him, to be honest. So, this has been Album Man. Thanks for watching, comment, rate, subscribe, and as usual, long live rock and roll.